constant conflict is in some way, unsustainable, because the thing is, okay, imagine what this guy is going to do when he goes home. I mean, he's going to lash on his kids because my boss got on me, and then the kids lash on the dog on the cat. I don't know what happens, but everyone is so angry, it doesn't really function. So the biology comes back there. Yeah, the biology comes back there. That when now we know much more about nature than when in the 19th century when Darwin explained it. And many people here can tell you that an ecosystem is actually very, very complex. And there are, there are relationships of competition, of predation, of aggression, but as important as these relationships, there are also relationships of symbiosis, of mutualism, and that are equally important. Now, one important thing that I read about ecosystems is that this competition and aggression is rarely within one species. And human being is one species, isn't it? And there's one thing, is that symbiosis means this. It's like the bow that tells you the arrow, you're nothing without me. Because I'll give you an example. Symbiosis is, in the nature, is, for example, a truffle. It grows on the roots of oak trees. You know, the truffle, the mushroom. And it feeds on the tree, but at the same time it produces nitrates for the tree to grow. That's symbiosis. They live together. Now, mutualism is that you do something for the other and the other does something for you, like the bee and the flower. Okay? The bee feeds on the flower is pollinated through the bee. The other thing we learn from ecosystems is that they're very, there's an important aspect is diversity. For an ecosystem to be stable, it's important to have a lot of different species, but also within one species, lots of different varieties. You can think about the potato famine that happened in Ireland, and millions of people died from it. It was just because there was one type of potato that was sensitive to disease, and then everybody died. So think about this. If our human society is like an ecosystem, it's a system, a living system, we also need this diversity which exists in the human race in terms of religion, culture, and women and men, which are very different. Everybody agrees on that. The human society also could change gradually from this competition-based relationships through mutualism, cooperation, called in human terms. And the cooperation is it includes the competition, which is an interesting feature, because without competition, if I don't have this idea to become better next day, then I won't do anything. But the idea is to change this competition into a whole, that we compete together. We also help each other become better. So that's a different type of competition that is using a different mindset. Of course, within this competition, we need to change the way we discuss. Instead of having constantly a debate, going on the street to demonstrate or whatever, we use dialogue. And value this increasing complexity. The thing is, it's very difficult for a human brain to comprehend complexity, but this many human brains together, they can do it. So not think we have to do everything by ourselves. And that's also an interesting part. There's this is this little girl saying, okay, now you have to tell the conclusion. So, that's always, so what are you trying to say? There's a very beautiful Baha'i writing that, where humanity is compared to a bird. And a bird, and then says that one wing is the masculine wing, and the other wing is the feminine wing. And until these wings are equal and fly together, coordinated, the bird of humanity cannot fly. And I always think, until the day we come to fly, men and women flying together, that will be a great opportunity for us to be able to see everything, all these problems we heard from Sylvia, to see them from a bird's view, and that maybe we can find solutions much easier. So this is a sculpture by a Chinese artist, which is called mutualism, with men and women. So this is it.
Thank you very much.